Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to consider with me one of the most transformative journeys any individual can take, the journey toward mental strength. This is not a destination, not a single achievement to grasp or hold in your hand, but rather a lifelong endeavor, an ongoing practice. The secret of becoming mentally strong lies not in fleeting moments of power, nor in sudden bursts of confidence, but in a deliberate process, a process that strengthens, renews, and fortifies the mind each day, each challenge, each setback. We have often heard that the mind is a battlefield, that the strength of the mind determines the resilience of the spirit. But I urge you to see beyond simple definitions of mental strength and look deeper into its essence. Mental strength is not mere resistance to hardship or the ability to endure. It is the cultivation of perspective, the commitment to growth, and the unyielding belief that one can adapt, evolve, and rise stronger with each challenge. Mental strength is far more than the courage to withstand pain or the endurance to face adversity. It is the mastery of self-control, the deep-rooted ability to navigate one's thoughts, and the discipline to redirect emotions toward a purposeful outcome. This strength is forged in the furnace of adversity, honed through the trials of life, solidified by the wisdom we gather from every experience. Mental strength is a reflection of maturity. It is the depth of our character, our resilience to withstand challenges without losing sight of our true purpose, and our commitment to values that anchor us. True mental strength requires a self-assured understanding of who we are, a perspective rooted in reality, but not chained to our circumstances. To become mentally strong, one must first know oneself. Self-awareness is not merely the knowledge of our strengths and weaknesses, but a deep understanding of what drives us, what holds us back, and where we are headed. Those who master self-awareness can examine themselves without flinching, seeing their strengths and flaws clearly and without judgment. They accept their limitations without letting those limitations define them. Self-acceptance is an essential step toward building mental strength. When we accept ourselves, we no longer expend precious energy in denial or resistance. We cease battling with our nature and instead begin to work with it, understanding our tendencies and redirecting them toward growth. Accepting who we are, our past, our scars, our imperfections, gives us the power to move forward unburdened by shame or regret. Resilience is at the heart of mental strength. It is the ability to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing sight of one's core. Resilience means not only bouncing back from setbacks, but also using them as stepping stones to rise higher. A resilient mind does not shatter under pressure, rather. It thrives in the challenge, finding ways to grow stronger. Choosing resilience means accepting that hardship is inevitable. It means embracing discomfort and challenges as opportunities for refinement. The mentally strong do not run from their difficulties, they meet them head on. For they understand that every struggle refines them, every hardship molds them, and every trial shapes them. They recognize that resilience is not a single act of courage, but a consistent practice of faith, perseverance, and adaptability. Mental strength requires mastery over our emotions. It does not demand that we suppress our feelings, but rather that we manage them. A strong mind understands that emotions are powerful, yet transient, and should never control our actions. The mentally strong know that emotions can deceive, that feelings are not facts, and that reactions driven by emotion often lead us astray. Discipline over emotions means choosing responses that serve our long-term goals rather than succumbing to immediate impulses. It means recognizing anger, sadness, or fear for what they are, but refusing to let these emotions dictate our course. To be mentally strong is to master the art of responding rather than reacting, of making decisions from a place of calm assurance rather than emotional upheaval. Purpose is the compass that guides the mentally strong. Without a sense of purpose, one's mind is adrift, vulnerable to the winds of circumstance and the influence of others. A life driven by purpose is resilient because it is anchored, it is fortified by a sense of mission that gives strength in times of uncertainty and courage in times of fear. Purpose infuses our lives with meaning. It gives weight to our decisions and clarity to our path. The mentally strong know that purpose is not always discovered in a single revelation, but is often cultivated through self-reflection, dedication, and the willingness to pursue goals that extend beyond oneself. Purpose is the fuel that sustains mental strength, for it provides a reason to endure, to press on, and to overcome. A positive mindset is not about ignoring reality, but about choosing to see possibilities even in the face of challenges. The mentally strong cultivate a mindset that seeks the good, that finds the lessons, and that believes in possibilities. This positive outlook is not naive optimism, but a conscious choice to focus on what can be achieved, learned, and transformed. Mental strength flourishes in a positive environment within our minds. This environment is shaped by the words we speak to ourselves, the thoughts we entertain, and the beliefs we hold about what is possible. A positive mindset empowers us to face obstacles with hope and to approach challenges as opportunities. The mentally strong guard their minds, choosing thoughts that empower rather than weaken, that uplift rather than drain. Mental strength requires patience, for growth is not achieved overnight. The mentally strong have learned the value of delayed gratification and understand that meaningful change takes time. They do not rush the process but embrace it, knowing that true transformation is gradual. Patience is the recognition that everything worthwhile requires time and effort. It is the ability to persevere without immediate reward, to stay committed even when progress seems slow. The mentally strong know that success is not measured in days but in years, that the fruits of their labor will come not in haste but in due season. Mental strength does not mean isolation. The mentally strong understand the importance of relationships, of surrounding themselves with people who uplift, encourage, and support them. They build relationships with those who share their values, who inspire them to grow, and who remind them of their worth. A strong mind is not afraid to seek help, to lean on others in times of need, and to accept guidance from those who have walked the path before them. Mental strength is not diminished by relying on others, it is enhanced, for it recognizes that we are stronger together than we are alone. The mentally strong cultivate relationships that empower them and distance themselves from those that drain their energy or distract them from their purpose. Mental strength is fortified by clarity of vision. Those who are mentally strong set clear, meaningful goals that align with their purpose and values. A goal without purpose is like a ship without a compass. It may move, but it lacks direction. When our goals reflect our deepest values, they inspire resilience and commitment. Setting goals that challenge us to stretch beyond our comfort zones encourages growth. Mentally strong individuals understand that easy goals do not lead to progress. Rather, they set targets that require effort, discipline, and dedication. And they approach these goals with patience, knowing that each step forward, however small, brings them closer to a fuller, richer life. Goal setting is not merely a list of tasks to accomplish it. It's a vision of the person we are becoming and the impact we seek to create. Fear is a natural human emotion, but it becomes a barrier when it dictates our actions and choices. Mentally strong people do not ignore their fears, they confront them, examining their origins and questioning their validity. They recognize that fear often disguises itself as caution, comfort, or even logic, and they discern between genuine caution and the limitations that fear imposes. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. To overcome fear, the mentally strong cultivate a habit of small acts of bravery, gradually expanding their comfort zones. They understand that fear diminishes when it is faced and strength grows when it is exercised. They push past self-imposed limits, challenging themselves to try new things, to take risks, and to move forward even when the path is uncertain. In their journey, the mentally strong make peace with the unknown. They are willing to step into unfamiliar territory because they trust their ability to adapt, to learn, and to navigate whatever comes. They remind themselves that the cost of fear is a life unfulfilled, while the rewards of courage are growth, freedom, and the discovery of what they are truly capable of achieving. Inner peace is the foundation of mental strength. It is the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of turmoil, to be anchored within oneself even when the external world is chaotic. Mentally strong people understand that inner peace is not found in the absence of difficulties, but in the mastery of their own thoughts and emotions. Inner peace is cultivated through practices of mindfulness, reflection, and gratitude. The mentally strong take time to disconnect from the noise, to quiet their minds, and to connect with themselves on a deeper level. They understand that peace is not an emotion but a state of being, a perspective that allows them to view life's challenges with clarity rather than anxiety. The mentally strong guard their inner peace by setting boundaries, by choosing their battles wisely, and by refusing to allow trivial matters to disturb them. They focus on what they can control, let go of what they cannot, and accept that life's uncertainties are a natural part of the journey. This inner peace is their fortress. It is the source of their resilience, clarity, and confidence. Adversity is a catalyst for growth. The mentally strong do not view hardship as an obstacle to avoid, but as an opportunity to evolve. They understand that adversity reveals strengths that might otherwise remain dormant, and it forces them to draw upon inner reserves of courage, creativity, and determination. The mentally strong face adversity with a spirit of curiosity rather than defeat. They ask, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger? They see each challenge as a teacher, each struggle as a lesson in resilience. This mindset transforms adversity into a powerful tool for self-discovery and growth. When faced with difficult times, mentally strong individuals embrace their pain without allowing it to consume them. They do not deny their emotions or pretend to be invulnerable. Instead, they process their pain, accept it, and use it as fuel for their journey. Through adversity, they gain wisdom, empathy, and strength that enriches not only their own lives, but also the lives of those around them. Gratitude is a key to mental strength, for it shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. Mentally strong individuals practice gratitude not only as an act of appreciation, but as a mindset that shapes their outlook on life. They understand that contentment is not about having everything, but about appreciating the value of what they do have. Gratitude cultivates resilience, for it reminds us of our blessings even in times of difficulty. The mentally strong know that challenges are temporary, but that the gifts of life, relationships, experiences, health, and purpose are enduring sources of strength. They take time each day to reflect on their blessings, to acknowledge the beauty in small moments, and to find contentment in the present. Contentment is not complacency. The mentally strong strive for growth and improvement, but they do so from a place of fulfillment rather than dissatisfaction. They are grateful for their journey, for each step that has brought them to where they are. And they move forward with a sense of peace rather than restlessness. Forgiveness is a hallmark of mental strength. Mentally strong people recognize that holding on to resentment only weighs them down and prevents them from moving forward. Forgiveness is not about condoning wrongdoing. It is about releasing ourselves from the grip of bitterness and freeing our minds from the burden of anger. The mentally strong choose to forgive because they understand that bitterness corrodes the soul, drains energy, and clouds judgment. They forgive not because the other person deserves it, but because they deserve peace. They choose to let go of past hurts, to release grievances, and to focus on the present rather than reliving old wounds. Forgiveness requires humility, compassion, and empathy. It is an act of strength, for it demonstrates a willingness to rise above pettiness and to seek understanding rather than retribution. The mentally strong cultivate a forgiving heart, one that chooses peace over resentment and love over hate. Mental strength is built on the foundation of personal responsibility. The mentally strong do not blame others for their circumstances. They take ownership of their actions, choices, and outcomes. They understand that they are the authors of their own lives, and they take responsibility for their growth, success, and happiness. When they make mistakes, the mentally strong do not hide from them. They face their errors, learn from them, and use them as lessons for improvement. They do not dwell on regrets, but view mistakes as stepping stones toward greater wisdom and self-awareness. They are willing to acknowledge their flaws, to apologize when necessary, and to make amends without letting pride stand in their way. Personal responsibility empowers us to create change in our lives. By accepting accountability, the mentally strong gain control over their destiny. They do not wait for circumstances to change. They take action to improve their situation. They recognize that the power to transform their lives lies within their own hands, and they commit to using that power with integrity and purpose. A growth mindset is essential to mental strength. Those with a growth mindset believe that abilities can be developed, skills can be learned, and challenges can be overcome with effort and perseverance. They do not see intelligence, talent, or strength as fixed traits, but as qualities that can be nurtured through dedication and hard work. The mentally strong embrace the journey of growth rather than fixating on a final destination. They are willing to be learners, to seek new knowledge, and to embrace feedback as a tool for improvement. They see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to expand their skills and deepen their understanding. A growth mindset instills resilience, for it allows us to view failures as part of the learning process rather than as final judgments on our worth. The mentally strong are not afraid of setbacks. They welcome them as chances to refine their approach, to develop patience, and to gain insight. They know that growth is a lifelong journey, and they commit to it with enthusiasm and humility. Humility is a strength, not a weakness. The mentally strong are humble because they understand that they are part of a larger whole, that their knowledge is limited, and that there is always more to learn. Humility allows them to seek guidance, to listen to others, and to approach life with a spirit of openness rather than arrogance. Wisdom comes not only from experience, but from the willingness to learn from others, to admit mistakes, and to accept correction. The mentally strong seek wisdom as a guiding light for their decisions. They surround themselves with mentors, with those who challenge them to think differently and to see beyond their own perspective. Humility allows the mentally strong to be receptive to feedback, to embrace learning, and to acknowledge their dependence on others. It is through humility that they grow, for they understand that pride stunts growth, while humility opens the door to greater understanding. Persistence is the ability to keep going, to maintain focus, and to endure despite the difficulties that arise. Mentally strong individuals understand that success is often a result of consistent effort rather than sheer talent or luck. They embrace the long game, recognizing that the path to greatness is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and even moments of doubt. Persistence means refusing to give up, even when progress seems slow or when immediate results are hard to see. It is the decision to keep moving forward one step at a time, to trust the process, and to believe that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture. Mentally strong people view each challenge as a test of their endurance, and they develop a tenacity that enables them to rise above temporary discouragement. The mentally strong know that persistence is built through small, consistent actions. They set achievable milestones, celebrate progress, and remain committed to their purpose, regardless of how long it may take to achieve it. They do not allow setbacks to derail them. Instead, they use these moments as fuel to drive them forward with even greater determination. Habits are the foundation of a strong mind. The mentally strong recognize that the mind is shaped by what it consistently practices, and they make a conscious effort to cultivate habits that reinforce mental clarity, resilience, and positivity. They understand that habits, both big and small, create the structure of their lives and ultimately determine their success. Mentally strong individuals prioritize habits that promote well-being, such as regular exercise, sufficient rest, and mindful practices. They also practice mental habits, such as gratitude, optimism, and self-reflection. These habits act as mental muscle memory, allowing them to respond to challenges from a place of strength rather than weakness. To master the mind, the mentally strong recognize the importance of consistency. They choose habits that align with their values, that support their goals, and that help them maintain balance in their lives. They understand that mental strength is not achieved through occasional acts of discipline, but through daily practices that reinforce resilience, focus, and peace of mind. Self-discipline is a cornerstone of mental strength. It is the ability to stay focused on long-term goals, even when short-term temptations arise. Mentally strong individuals understand that distractions are constant, and they develop the discipline to stay aligned with their priorities, even when immediate gratification tempts them to veer off course. Self-discipline means setting boundaries with oneself, being mindful of how time is spent, and making decisions that support growth rather than undermine it. The mentally strong resist the lure of convenience, comfort, and instant pleasure in favor of actions that contribute to their well-being and purpose. They understand that self-discipline is not a restriction but a path to true freedom, for it liberates them from impulses that do not serve their highest good. The mentally strong cultivate self-discipline by setting clear intentions, creating routines, and holding themselves accountable. They understand that self-discipline requires practice and that it is built one choice at a time. They guard their time, energy, and focus, knowing that the quality of their decisions determines the quality of their lives. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, manage, and express emotions in a way that is healthy and constructive. Mentally strong individuals recognize that emotions are a powerful part of the human experience, but they do not let emotions control them. Instead, they develop the skill to process emotions, to express them in healthy ways, and to use them as tools for growth. The mentally strong practice self-awareness, observing their emotional reactions without judgment. They understand that emotions are messages, signals that can provide insight into their thoughts, beliefs, and needs. By developing emotional intelligence, they are able to respond rather than react, to communicate effectively, and to build relationships that are grounded in understanding and respect. Emotional intelligence is a form of mental strength because it empowers individuals to navigate the complexities of life with grace and composure. The mentally strong do not suppress their emotions, they honor them, learn from them, and use them to connect with themselves and others in meaningful ways. Confidence and humility are not opposites, they are complementary qualities that form the foundation of mental strength. Confidence is the belief in one's abilities, while humility is the recognition that there is always more to learn. Mentally strong individuals balance these qualities, approaching life with a sense of self-assurance tempered by a willingness to grow. Confidence allows the mentally strong to pursue their goals with courage, to take risks, and to trust in their capacity to succeed. Humility keeps them grounded, reminding them that knowledge is never complete, that mistakes are part of learning, and that there is wisdom in listening to others. This balance between confidence and humility allows them to approach life with both determination and openness. The mentally strong are confident in who they are, yet humble enough to recognize their limits. They are willing to stand by their convictions, yet they remain open to feedback and growth. This balance allows them to navigate life's challenges with both strength and grace, for they are neither rigid nor complacent. Mental strength is not about perfection, it is about progress. The mentally strong understand that growth is a journey, one that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to celebrate small victories along the way. They take time to reflect on their progress, to acknowledge how far they have come, and to appreciate the growth they have achieved. Celebrating growth is an important part of mental strength, for it reinforces positive behavior and builds confidence. The mentally strong do not wait for major milestones to celebrate. They recognize the value of every step, every effort, and every effort. They are proud of their journey, for they know that each experience has contributed to their development. Reflection allows the mentally strong to gain perspective, to learn from the past, and to set intentions for the future. By taking time to appreciate their progress, they reinforce their commitment to growth and remain motivated to continue evolving. They understand that each day is an opportunity to become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little closer to their true potential. Perspective is one of the most powerful tools in building mental strength. The mentally strong understand that how they view a situation determines their experience of it. By choosing to see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and difficulties as part of the process, they are able to approach life with resilience and optimism. A strong perspective is grounded in reality but is not limited by it. The mentally strong acknowledge their circumstances without allowing them to define their future. They choose perspectives that empower rather than limit, that inspire rather than discourage. This ability to shift perspective allows them to navigate life with a sense of purpose, hope, and possibility. The mentally strong know that perspective shapes reality. They do not allow negative experiences to cloud their outlook. Instead, they choose to see the good, to focus on solutions, and to maintain a hopeful attitude. This strength of perspective allows them to rise above challenges, for they understand that the mind is as powerful as the thoughts it holds.